Hello everyone and welcome to today's video session. In this lecture, we are going to explore Pygame tools using in the design framework, which include 5 stages for empathize, define, ideate, prototype and testings. This structures method help us to understand how game developers think, plan and build interactive games using in the Pygame. This is the map to exploring the Pygame tool for using in the design thinking adventures. So that the empathize we understanding the need for Pygames. Before creating any game or interactive activity, we first understand the user's needs. Who plays these games? What experience do they expect? In the beginners, in programming often struggle to understand the concepts like loops, events, images, animations and collisions deductions. The Pygame solves this problem by offering an easy way to create graphics, add movement and animations, play sounds, control keyboards and mouse inputs, build interactive games. So in this stage, we empathize with learners and developers who want to a simple yet powerful tool to bring their creative ideas to live. So this is the built with the Pygame for the understanding user expectation in the gameplay. In the next stage, define. The define DT framework identifying with what Pygame should help us to achieve. The next we define to the core challenges for game creations. The main problems are how to we draw a object on the screen. Then how to we move the characters, then how do we detect the collisions, how do we handle user inputs like key pressures, how can we control frame rates and game speeds. The Pygame comes with the specific tools and modules to solve these problems, such as for example Pygame.Display using for creating a game window, image for loading the graphics, for the event handles the keyboards and mouse, and then mixture add musics and sounds effects. In the time control game timing, in the sprint specifies the object movements and collisions. Once we define these needs clearly, we can move to thinking about the solutions. For the ideate part of the games possible with the tools for exploring the Pygames, such as the ideation stage, we imagine the different possibilities using the Pygame tools. Like Pygame can easily to create the bouncing balls, car racing games, space shooter games, mass navigations, educational games for kids, simulations and animations. Each of these ideas use different Pygames tools. For example, to move a car using the pygame.key.get to pressed off method, to animate a sprite, to create a background music, to animation FPS for using the time or clock. This stage allows to create a creative thinking before the coding. So the introductions of the Pygame we can build with the 2D game developers for the graphical rendering, sound effects, event managements and loop managements, etc. For the syntax can be installed into the Python. Install pick install Pygames, installation import, then create the windows. Then the prototype part for using into the building with the Pygame tools. Now comes the practical stage, turning ideas into the working prototypes using the Pygames. A simple game prototype usually follows the structures using in the Python coding. This prototype demonstrates for essential tools to display event handling, screen updates, and timings. For the prototype can solve or developing or demonstrating the tools using the tools. Then the testing part to check the user experience. Finally, we test the prototype. Is the movement smooth, or the control responsive, graphic loading correctly for the frame to the rate consistence of the fun and clear. It is based on the testing. We refine the game using the Pygame tools to improve the performance and user interactions. Using the design thinking framework for help us to explore the Pygame tools and deeply semantically. We empathize with the user's defined game, challenges, idea, solutions, prototype using the Pygame modules, and the test for the better experience. This approach helps beginners and professionals responsibles for creating interactive, engaging game with the confidence. Thank you.